guys, so today it's gonna be a little bit of a different episode. We will be working with Heliyo today. I've been working with them a little bit for the past week or so. They are a physical therapy company, I guess you could say. And they've been working with me on basically corrective movements, you know, little aches and pains that I'm having. The doctor, his name is Corey, he kind of watches me move and figures out where my like imbalances are and things like that, and helps me correct those. And so today he's here, which is really cool, and they will be doing some body work on me. And then after we're done with all of the body work stuff, I have a workout that he wants. There are a few movements that he wants to see me do, and so while I'm doing that workout, he's gonna basically kind of watch me and break down my movements and see how I move when I'm fatigued. So he's gonna kind of just take the reins on this one and like give you guys a view from his side of things, so you can see what he's looking at, and he's gonna kind of show you guys just the stuff that he sees when he watches athletes move, and things that'll he can do to help me move better and more correctly while I'm in the middle of a workout, even when I'm tired. So let's introduce him. All right, you guys are on camera. Yeah. We got Corey. This is Corey, and this is Maggie. So let's do this.
So my name's Corey Mars. I'm a doctor of physical therapy. I'm the founder of Heliyo Athlete Lab. This is...
Hi, I'm Maggie Mullen. I work with this guy, Corey.
So Heliyo Athlete Lab is a combination of medical professionals, fitness professionals, elite athletes. We are combining the idea of technology, fitness, healthcare to be able to give athletes the best service and education for their body. Okay, so things to accomplish today. Let's go through, and as I'm just assessing range of motion and mobility, you can start talking to me about how the last couple days of correctives and working out have gone. Okay, anything today talking to you?
My right hip flexor has been a little tight.
Okay.
Every once in a while after my workouts, I have that pinch right above my left butt cheek.
Okay.
This kind of service with Corey, he's a DPT, is pretty uncommon. It kind of looks like just regular body work when you see it like this, but it's actually functional targeted tissue release that is made to be much more functional and applicable to the workouts that people are doing. What this is actually doing for athletes is giving them an exact understanding, a really total body head-to-toe breakdown of how their unique body functions in space. And then we teach you how to, one, release the problem, which is usually overactive muscles that have started to compensate in certain movements. And then two would be activating the correct muscles. Now the traps aren't taking over in something like a wall ball, and you actually learn to use your scaps the right way. So by releasing this, activating that, you're gonna see a more functional and healthy movement.
So, and we did this always activation stuff, right? But
Yes.
to take it to the next level, if you are able to feel psoas, you have to make it functional. So right now, let's go in, let's check it on both sides. Let's shut down a little bit on each. And before we go into the workout, right, we'll make sure that we're active, and we'll do manual activation, where it'll be something where, okay, we're not just doing an isometric, and we're not just doing something where eccentrically it's strengthening. You need to have control of your psoas, actively being able to bring you up into the end range of flexion. And if you do that, it's almost this feeling of when you're coming down into a squat, the psoas is almost helping to pull you down.
Right.
It's not just this fall. This is where psoas is a crazy muscle, right? And we talked about it already a little bit in terms of everybody wants to kill the psoas or blame the psoas. It's good to reset it. It's good to make sure that it's not in a hypercontracted state. But if you just murder it and then never retrain it, you're gonna spend your life murdering it. Okay, so really quick before we jump into stuff, right? We'll still have you go through things that are helping you activate the most before you jump in. But let's really lock down psoas. I'm the rig, right? You're laying on the ground. Decent amount of pressure, right? But and this is hard. You don't want the spine to move. You don't want the pelvis to move. You only want your femur to move. So bring it up in hip flexion, thinking about that deep psoas. And at one point you're gonna be like, okay, I just can't go further. Even though you have range, be happy with quality up to a certain point. Okay, and then tell me whether that's easy, medium, hard.
I'd say medium.
Okay, let's give it a little bit of a test. Okay, and bring it down. Cool. Okay, so I feel good about it. You want to go through with me some like pre-workout activation stuff?
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
All right, so go in on your elbow. And it's a double clam, right? These are old school exercises, but with a focus that makes it carry over into what you're doing, it's really purposeful. So here, rotate first, keeping pelvis in place. Rotate with the top leg. There you go.
Keeping the heels together, right?
Got it. Keep TA a part of this. Now, press the right leg, press the right knee, twist the right femur into the ground and lift your pelvis off the ground. Okay, good. Now hold that. This should be your right hip, right? Left glute will burn, but right glute is holding you up off the ground. It's not the obliques, right? It's scapular control, but it's this. But now bring the pelvis towards me. Now it's rotation and extension.
Okay.
Okay, doesn't burn.
Yep.
Beautiful. Okay, cool. I'm happy. I will release you to the workout.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so there are a couple things that Corey wants to see specifically while I'm fatigued. He kind of wants to see specific movements. Hanging from a bar is one of them. So we added pull-ups in here, and then push press. So more narrow grip directly overhead is something that I've kind of been like laying off of. And so we're gonna kind of add that in today and see how it goes. So we're gonna do, and we added double unders and so I can get tired. 10-minute AMRAP, 30 double unders, 15 pull-ups, then 5 push press at increasing weight every round, and we're starting at 75 pounds. Good? All right, we good? Yeah? All right, let's do it.
Are you more nervous now that everyone's watching?
No, because it's quality.
So, positives. Good things in terms of double unders. You were thinking about your scaps. We were talking about foot trap, jumping. You weren't doing it, right? With impact, you weren't breaking that TA, going to extension. That looks fantastic. The only thing with it, as you get fatigued, you start looking up. Now, that might be because of the camera.
Nope.
Okay. So when you're doing that one, it's longest coli. right? It's that deep front neck flexor. You are starting to go into something where whether you're trying to use your upper trap to do it, even though you're staying down, or you're just fatigued at that point and it's like the impact.
And I feel like I'm like trying to breathe.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to open up my lungs as much as I can.
Right, and so you
So that could
progressively
explain
started going into more cervical extension. So from your subjective, you know, what you were feeling, what'd you feel in terms of like scapular strength?
My scaps and my overall like range of motion and shoulders, they felt very stable actually.
Good.
I was really happy with that. I haven't been able to like do motions like that.
Engaged the whole time.
Yeah, I felt very strong. I didn't ever feel like I just like on the fall through, like I just let myself fall, and I didn't feel like I did that. I felt like I controlled the motion all the way through for the most part. I think there were probably a couple reps at the end of my sets that like I was a little bit more tired. But for the most part, I felt like I had a lot of scapular control, and so it felt really nice.
It looked really good. It's hard for me to assess what like the range of motion was because there's so much spinal movement naturally.
There was no impingement, which is a great thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it felt
to be strict to see if there is anything as an outlier, but with a good dynamic gymnastics movement, like it was perfectly symmetrical. That looked good. Okay, as we come over, one of the biggest things, and I will forever be the most annoying person in the gym. Your movements all look really great until you are like putting on weights, right? And doing things that are mindless.
That's funny.
Right, but as you're starting to put on more weights, you're fatigued and you're putting yourself into this position where you're not even like bending your knees or using an ankle mobility, and you're blessed with a lot of hamstring mobility, but you have that natural like tendency to curve into flexion.
I can breathe better. I can just relax, you know?
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, right? Nitpick.
I know.
But if you want to know everything
totally,
I see, the worst movement patterns that you have are when you're bending over to get the jump rope, when you're putting plates onto the bar. You know, that is what it is.
I have noticed that when I've seen myself in videos before, when I walk from thing to thing, I'm like, the whole time, and I'm like, get your shoulders back, girl. Like I seriously noticed like the whole time I'm just like this while walking around. It looks like I have terrible posture the whole time.
Right, until you all of a sudden
I pick up a bar.
load onto a bar and it's just beautiful and perfect.
Yeah, I didn't feel one thing in my shoulder this whole workout.
Good, right? That's what we're
That's
talking
a win,
about.
yeah. Not
That's
one
huge.
thing. That's actually really huge. Because sometimes I'll just be like doing something, like anything. Like rowing this morning, I was like feeling a little irritation, and I was like, oh, that's stupid. Like I'm just rowing, you know. But
part of the beauty of that is just waking up your body a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
Making sure your range of motion is maximized. Do a little activation. It's not fatigued. It's ready to rock. Then you get to implement.
Yeah.
There's science that backs it up, so that's good that it feels good.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. I got nothing else.
Man, that was great. All right. That was fun. So that was really cool. I know I explained this a little bit already, but yeah, it's just super cool to have someone that's as invested in me, invested in just watching my movements and just making sure I'm moving properly, you know, watching that my mechanics are good while I'm fatigued and tired. That was the whole purpose of this little workout, just so they can just see how these corrective movements that I've been doing for the past couple weeks have translated into workouts when I'm tired. Go check out their Instagram. They have a lot of cool content for corrective type movements and things. And yeah, Corey is super cool. So I hope that was super informational for you. I hope it was as informational for you as it was for me. Informational, is that a word? Informative.
There you go.
Informative is better. Yeah, it was very helpful. So like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully we can get some more super juicy episodes like that out in the future. So thanks again.
Okay, bye now.
Okay, bye.